Welcome to Sling and Stone podcast, and we live.
We live.
Two live crew.
With a live audience.
Oh, they is live too, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. How y'all feeling?
Feeling ready. Ready?
Ready.
Ready, yeah. We are going to make ourselves very vulnerable here. We don't know what we're going to get. I don't know, man.
The what?
His idea is the
Mario, because he wants to instigate stuff. This is what he does.
Wow.
He sleeps and he wakes up. He's like, you know what? This is how I'm gonna stir the pot. I'm gonna do a Q&A.
Just like that.
Just like
Same voice.
Yeah, Q&A. Yeah.
We're going to ask our awesome audience here. We're not going to ask them anything. They're going to ask us. It's going to be a Q&A, live Q&A. Anyone can come up here or raise your hand and the microphone will get to you. I hope you got some questions. And you can basically ask us whatever you want. Uh-oh. Are you guys ready for this?
Dun.
Sure. Ron, you sweating?
Yeah.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
You're the baby, dude. They love you.
No, they.
For real.
Yeah.
You just said it.
Yeah, they all love you, man. Yeah.
I do
All
my
right.
part.
Raise your hand if you have a question. Oh goodness. Here we go.
I wanna. Oh.
When I bring you the microphone, just say who you are.
Hello, I'm Mama Wanda.
Yeah.
I must say that I love all you guys. I tune in every Wednesday
Who you love
when
the
it
most?
comes on. Well, I birthed you.
So you're by default.
By default. But I love you guys. I love the realness that you guys bring. But my question, I have so many, but the question that really stuck out to me was, be honest on this question. Be honest.
Okay.
What do you like and dislike about one another?
I got.
Go ahead. You should get.
So it's like they all have to.
So, like individually?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You go in there.
That's a tough one on the dislike, for real.
Yeah,
And I'm not.
I agree.
I'm not. Going
For
to
you,
default.
not for me.
All right, go ahead. You go first.
You're up. You're up, bro.
I don't like your face.
Well, we already know what's wrong. They don't like it.
Your stupid glasses.
Something they dislike. Let's get
Like a pickle.
Like a pickle.
I'm not going first. I'm not touching that.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Like I can, I just heard somebody say diva. Like I rag on Ron a lot about the whole diva thing, but it's funny. It is so funny. It makes people laugh, So I'll give it to him. The whole back and forth. Punctuality, though.
That gets under the skin. That grinds his gears.
Punctuality.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
You're not on time, bro.
I'm not on time?
Yeah, you're not on
So
time.
that's your dislike?
Yeah, that's my dislike.
So you never say nothing to Jimmy when he's late, but you want
One
to come
time.
at me?
It was one time.
Okay, cool.
Amen.
Oh, boy. That's what you wanna do.
I said that before, man. I'm still waiting.
Well, Mario, what you got?
I'm gonna think about the dislike because I don't. Nothing pops out on the dislike on me. But the likes is basically going back to something we answered a while back, a couple episodes ago. Is the loyalty outside of the podcast? Outside of the podcast, like these guys check up on me. Through tough times, I've been able to call Jimmy like, "Hey, Jimmy, I just need a brother right now."
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. I was driving and I was like, "Hey," and he just allows me to just pour it out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't much he said back to me. He just basically he knew Ron. I've known Ron for probably the longest out of the three, which doesn't mean anything, but no. But we built a special bond, special relationship. Because we worked together and all this. And Ron's one of those guys too and I think I told you this a while back. I don't know if you remember. I was like, because I had that title of pastor, and all three of them do a good job of knowing when it's pastor, knowing when it's friend, and but Ron just lets me, and all three do. But this was early on before I met you two, to be just able to just be me.
Yeah.
With no expectation of that title of pastor. And it doesn't mean we go out and do something crazy. I'm not a pastor now, I didn't do something crazy, no. It's just, that fun and just have a good time. Let's just be boys and just that. So that's always been there. Christian from day one always looked out for me. For those that don't know, I don't work anymore in this like a job outside, mainly ministry and some refereeing and stuff like that. But I used to work on Sundays. I used to minister here for a couple of hours and then go to work, and Christian being the one, he's like, "Hey, you're at work. Like, yeah, he's like, do you need anything? Do you need me to bring anything, coffee, food, whatever? And he's always done that. And throughout, even till now, he still checks up on me and be like, hey, is there anything I can do for you? Anything that you need? And those are the things that, and all three of them do that in their own special, different way, and which I value and hold dear to my heart. To know I have a set of brothers that do that for me, and there's others too. But the question's about us up here right now. But that's what I really like about this group here.
That's good.
Yeah, Ron.
My dislike is
Do it.
All right, my
Do it.
dislike. I don't like that Christian don't show emotion. I don't like that Jimmy picks on me. I don't
Only
like,
Jimmy.
I don't
Yeah,
like
right. You've been doing it all day.
It's my turn. And I don't like when Mario doesn't admit that he's wrong.
That's all I'm saying.
give an example.
What is it like?
I'm not gonna do it.
That was the
Listen,
part of the question.
I'm not gonna do it.
What's it like?
But what I do like,
Yeah.
I love that Christian can say whatever he wants. I want that kind of. Christian can tell you no, and with a straight face. I can't do that. Like I just haven't.
Oh, like when you asked me to do something?
Yeah, you be like nope. I'm like, bro, that's a. I
And
wish
keep
I
it
had
moving. Like, nope.
Yeah, like Christian would tell you anything and just like with a straight face and don't care about it. Like I want that. I want to get to that point to where I don't care what I say. Christian doesn't very well.
You have to train to be a Jedi.
With Jimmy, I love that he's creative. Like you guys see all the artwork. It's Jimmy, man.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Look, man.
And
this
there's
guy-
so much artwork you don't see.
Don't
Yeah.
see. Oh,
Look at
man.
just like our eyes and we crack up.
I
Yeah.
wish that you could see the Telegram group or whatever group we in.
Telegram.
Telegram group.
Telegram. Man,
Back in the
go-
30s?
Look, but that's what I like about you. Mario, I love your leadership, man. You kind of steer the ship sometimes, so that's not sometimes. Sometimes. You can stir the pot and steer the ship at the same time. Go ahead. What you dislike?
What?
What do you dislike, boy?
It's my turn? Boy.
There's some aggression there.
He said, boy.
So, I'm going to be extremely transparent. I honestly don't have no dislikes other than his glasses. I don't have a dislike. And I say it because I never, my wife can contest this. I don't have, since I moved to Orlando, I never bonded with any other guy at all. Like, I just, I separated that when I moved over here, and she used to always tell me, just go out with the guys, at work or go hang out. And it was never in me to do that. So to have that now,
Yeah.
it means a lot to know that separately I can go up to everyone with something different, and I'll get something different in return.
Yeah.
I don't get the same answer across the board, and to me that's very important because I might not always be looking for particular answer, but depending how I feel, is who I would go to, and then
Yeah.
I'll have a different outlook. But and then I can laugh with you guys. I can be myself and clown on some of the guys here, and they know it's love. So,
That's true.
but I don't have a dislike at all.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I like, that I can sit here and say for how many years have we been bonding, and I don't have a dislike. So
That's true.
that's mine.
You're in church, bro. Just make
Shut
sure you
up.
tell the truth.
There it is. It didn't take long. It didn't take long. They just ruined moments off that. You have a hallmark moment on it. Shut up.
That's your por favor.
It's a leak.
I have no dislike. Shut up.
Number one, that was a great question. We have another question for the audience.
Yes,
Something's
we
more
do.
simpler than that.
Oh.
Yes, we do.
Oh.
Look at them. Look at them.
Here we go.
The Irish.
The Irish pub.
I have to introduce my name is Rob. I'd like to get input from all the guys. But my question is for Ron, though.
Oh, he got the shades. Look at the Irish brother.
That's right. So this is important, so you have to be honest, Ron.
Uh-oh.
Why can't you stick with one team?
For those that don't know, Ron switches his sports
All
teams.
the time.
I can do that. I can do that.
Since I've known him, he's had 5 different. Wherever LeBron James is at, that's his favorite team. But yeah, answer the question. Tell us why.
Okay, listen. Because usually every time I pick a team, they suck, and I can go for a new team. It don't matter. It don't matter. Look, if your team is bad,
That's an honest answer.
if your team is bad for a certain amount of years, you can switch.
That's it.
That's right.
That's what I did.
So you have commitment issues.
Loyalty. I'm committed to switching teams. There you go. Get into it.
Terrible answer.
Next question. Who got a question for us? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Hey.
Let's go Chicago. Let's go Bears.
Yes. Hey, good evening. I'm Robert.
What's up, Robert?
Robert.
So last episode, I think that we discussed there was a comment that was made, and I want to know from the fellas.
Oh, I hope this.
Right, Christian, you made the comment. I think that Jimmy capitalized on it. So please explain, all of you, who on the cast or who on the member drinks foo-foo drinks?
Yes.
We know that Christian, you like it black. So
It's not Christian, sir.
Foo-foo drinks.
Thank you, sir.
Ooh. Fufu. What's a fufu drink?
You wasn't on the last.
Oh, he wasn't on this, so I don't know what a fufu drink is.
And he didn't listen to it. So.
You that? You didn't listen to the
Just because I
podcast.
said I don't know what a fufu drink is.
Like a.
A girly drink?
Macchiato Kappa.
He goes back to the girly thing. See.
I love girly drinks.
Define a girly
He
drink.
said he said that with his arm.
Like the pineapple with the little umbrella.
And when you drink it, how do you drink it?
With the pinky out a little bit. I like those. What's wrong with those drinks?
I was just asking.
Oh, okay. I love those
But
drinks.
listen, Rob, but see, he said foo-foo drink.
Oh man, that
When I
struck
said
a
I
nerve,
drink
too.
coffee, I just put sugar and cream. That's it. I don't see how that makes it a girly drink.
Yeah, but I've seen you drink more than that though.
What you saw me drink?
I've seen you drink like the I just saw that memorial. I was like,
Saw me drink what?
with all the whipped cream and foam.
Oh, you like whipped cream on your
I
drinks?
love whipped cream.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
So what happens is Christian just drinks black coffee.
He drinks everything.
And when he's feeling wild, he'll put honey in it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's me living
When he's
dangerously.
feeling sassy.
But Jimmy
so it's not
drinks
foo-foo,
everything.
it's food.
So it's just
No,
food.
it's just food, not foo-foo.
Yeah. So anything outside of just straight black coffee is foo for him.
Yep.
All right, another question.
Likes coffee.
Mario 2.0. Hey. Question for Ron.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh,
Have you ever really got into your feelings when they were clowning you?
Great.
that's a good question.
It's always the kids.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Why do we allow kids in here? Why would it? This is 18 and over. Nah, I haven't. I never got into my feelings.
Say it louder, they didn't hear you. I want everyone to
It
hear.
was this one time when
Oh, here we go.
No, Jimmy gave me this one look. It was like this vicious look. He was like, "Shut up, Ron," and I got scared. That was
And Jimmy got in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
wasn't
got
that the same
trouble.
episode that all the wives got like upset?
He got phone calls at 3:00 in the morning.
Oh man, all the wives were upset about that one.
Yeah, but you gotta stop doing that, bro. Our listeners don't like when you talk to me like, "Shut up."
Listen, let me tell you, he plays the victim.
He does.
He does.
He does. He plays the victim. He plays it.
Get ready. We're on live. Get ready. What are we doing?
He plays it so good. Because when you do not remember when we're not recording,
Oh yeah.
and we were just going in as soon as they record. I don't like it when like sassy too.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't like it when you call me this, and I was about to cry. And, as soon as you hit pause, he's doing backflips and. You guys remember that, right?
You can never tell me how to feel.
See?
You can never tell me how to feel. All right?
So you've been in your feelings then?
I have been. Just when Jimmy talks to me. So.
You see?
I had to remember when he didn't.
Can
So
somebody
to,
get this man a
to
tissue?
the audience, to the great question I was asked, yes, I have been.
So he's not consistent either because he said no, and now he said
I
yes.
remember.
Shut up.
He's like an emotional roller coaster.
For real.
You first said no.
I am.
You going through like a midlife crisis?
I'm on an emotional roller coaster.
Next question.
Oh, whoa. Why everybody? What in the world is
So you want to talk about your feelings, bro?
I know this question gonna be for Mario. I already know.
Actually, no, it's actually for all of you guys.
All right.
My name is Mecca. All right, so I want to know from everybody, I want to know what is the hardest thing you guys, or any kind of struggles that you guys have to deal with
Ron.
as Christians in this world as Christian men today.
Ooh,
Yes. Good question.
that's a great question.
You hear crickets chirping in the back.
Can you say it again?
What is your struggle?
The great struggles.
Okay, so what are the biggest struggles that you guys face in today's world as Christian men?
Gotta go.
Let's go clockwise.
For me is knowing that so many people not only watching, but the responsibility that I always had to be careful with what I say, because it can take, because the position I'm in, every word that I say has so much more value.
Yeah.
It does.
And not saying that what you guys say doesn't have value, but it just comes with that title of pastor.
Yeah.
So knowing that I need to steer people in the right place at all times. And it's not so much a struggle, it's not a struggle, but it's just,
It's a challenge.
it is a challenge because in the eyes of other people, I can't have a bad day.
Yeah.
But we all know that everyone has a bad day. But I had to be able to turn that bad day around quicker, because somebody else is gonna need me to be at my best at all times.
That's good. That's good. I think for me, it's it kind of is similar to what you're saying, but it's how we choose to respond. You know, we all have this response that's going to come out of our mouth based off of a question, based off of an emotion, based off of whatever it is that's happening in our lives. And so it's how we choose to respond. As a Christian, you know, we're set apart, we're set differently. So, you know, we are expected to respond differently. You know, so.
I agree.
Well, for me, it's hard because I'm breaking it down more like, it's the struggle. It is for me. It's a lot of it's a struggle because you're going from a way of living to another way of living, and you have this you don't even know how much things you were doing that's not of God, and you know just the thing until you start to correct those things, till you start working on those things. So every day it's like you know my I had tremendous, for an example, I had tremendous anger issues. So that gets limited because I'm working on that. It's things that you work on, but it's always something different you pick up, and you're like, oh man, I didn't think, you know, because when you're living in the worldly world, right? There's no struggle. You just react to anything freely. You just react, no thinking of it, you know. But
No
now
matter
when
what
you
the
start,
outcome is, yeah,
right?
I get that.
But now when you're walking in a certain way, that now you're dealing with the same issues, but now you have to be careful with it, because like one of the problems I had was I tried to do it all at once. I tried to fix it all at once, and then you start to miss things, and then you start questioning yourself, like, you know, is this not feasible? Like, is this not possible for me to conquer, to get through to? But and I'm learning more now to deal with certain subjects separately, I guess you can say. So a lot, because and then as like you said, Mara, as a Christian, now you're dealing with the more things. So now you're dealing with other people's expectations of you.
Mm-hmm. It's a totally different standard.
It is.
It's a totally different standard.
You know, the question is like, oh, you don't do that no more, you don't come over here no more, and then, you know, family starts separating, certain family members start separating from you because you don't hang with those type of parties anymore or gathering. It's a whole different
Responsibility.
lifestyle,
Yeah.
period, and then you have to adjust to that. You know, knowing, and I think I said this on one of the episodes, knowing that you are going to be losing family members in this process. It's going to happen, and that's the reality that I've been taking.
Yeah, and that's one of the first things that God does when you start, you know, seeking Him and searching Him and following Him closely, is that separation. He starts taking off those things that are not good for you, and that's the hardest thing. It's not easy when it starts taking, especially like you said, family, close relationships, and that's one of the first things that starts to happen right away when you give your life to Christ is that separation of things that don't belong in His kingdom, or do belong in the kingdom, but not in the kingdom yet.
Right.
I got you. I would say for me, denying the flesh, right? I think we have so much access to, you know, different things, and it's easy to backtrack. It's easy to, you know, go back to certain habits and stuff like that. So just waking up daily, denying the flesh, like I'm not gonna go back there. I'm not gonna do certain things. So I think that's the hard part about it, because again, people think you got it all together. Once you transfer over to being a Christian, they think this thing is an easy slate. It actually gets harder.
Yeah.
Because you really gotta deny this physical body because it wants to do its own thing. Like no matter how hard you try to fight it, sometimes it's easy to backslide. So I would say waking up daily with the mindset of like, look, no matter how hard this gets, I want to stay on this path and keep going.
That's good. I like that.
Great question.
Great question.
Okay, so my name's Nick. I'm Jimmy's daughter, so I'm gonna say Jimmy, but I mean, I'll respect that, I promise.
You can call him Jimmy.
Allowance.
Okay, so I have many questions for each of you, so, cause, not each of you, but you know what I mean?
She said many.
Many, yeah.
Oh, many. I just said many. I like it.
So this first question is definitely not for Jimmy or Ron, so, it's more for Christian. So, so when you talk with certain things with them, you're the most calm. How do you keep yourself from, with your opinion, keeping yourself from, you know, arguing or talking or having that disagreement, I guess?
Okay. Well, first off, it's just fun to watch them. So I kind of enjoy that. But two, I think that we all just kind of have, you know, our different personalities, and our different like traits, and mine just so happens to be the calmer one of the group, I guess you could say. I don't know. I don't know if that's like the good answer or not, but no.
Yeah, he has many nicknames. One of them is Butter.
Oh my gosh, really?
Butter. He's real like.
Do we want to talk about your nicknames, dude?
I call him the doctor.
Yeah, I think one of their nicknames is Bubbles, right? I think that's it.
Bubbles.
Yeah, Bubbles.
Because I like sparkling water. Free drinks.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I've just always kind of been the calmer guy, so that's just kind of where I'm at. So.
Okay, the next one, I don't know who wants to answer this, but I don't know if you guys have talked about this before, but where did the name Sling and Stone come from?
I will defer that back to Christian.
Yeah, it actually, it was an idea a while ago, but it's, you know, we're always going to come up against a Goliath in life, and it is just something with the Sling and Stone story. You know, David obviously defeated this Goliath, and I just thought it was something that was really good because we're all looking for that sling in life to help us defeat, you know, Goliath, whether it's through a testimony, whether it's through, you know, a story, whether it's through hearing us on the podcast, us hearing somebody else, you know, in church or testimony. So that's just kind of where it started from.
It's funny because we were talking about this earlier today, and we basically, kind of speaking for the group, you guys can jump in, it's basically that everybody has a Goliath.
Right.
Everybody has something big in their life. Your Goliath might not be a Goliath for me, but everyone has that Goliath, and basically what we're trying to do is bring different topics and tackle. We're just putting a bunch of Goliaths out there and giving people the word, which is the stone, and you guys just get that word and you sling it into Goliath. So that's our hopes. That's our mission, that we give you something, equip you to be able to do something in your situation.
Yeah, great answer.
For me, it's actually a two-part question. It's a two-part answer, let me say. Because originally Sling and Stone started with just Christian, originally, right? And then I jumped on board to help him support what his vision. And then
There's a hiatus for a while.
yeah, like an emptiness that we just kind of just left it alone, and Christian just went. Then me and Ron discussed a podcast to start doing the podcast. Christian was obviously joined in, and the subject was brought up. What should we name the
New podcast.
The new podcast, and I liked it. The Sling and Stone background. I think it fits me as well. So we decided to keep that and just kind of revamp it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's what we did.
I love that. That's so cute. So I know you guys.
It's so cute, Jimmy.
It's not a cute podcast.
Manly one. I'm so sorry, guys.
But no. So this one next isn't a question, but I know you guys have been looking for names, so I kind of wrote some of them down. So this is just something that I want to say. So the three that I was looking at was slings, pebbles, because like stones, right? Right? No, it's so cute. And then Samuels, because David and Goliath, the story, is from 1 Samuel. So, yeah. That's it.
All right.
A bunch of Sammys.
Sammys.
My name is Jasmine. I'm also Jimmy's daughter. And I do have two questions. The first one is for my dad. I just wanted to know how you come up with the artwork and how you choose, because somebody made a comment that not all of them make it. So how do you choose what you're posting? Because every time it leads up to an episode, there's like 4 different things up there.
Let me answer that.
It wasn't for you.
All right, no, but I got to answer it. His creativity comes from not doing nothing at work. He doesn't have a job. Wow. Like, there's no way you can come up with this and have a job, bro.
So, anyways, to answer your question, it depends on the
Subject.
on whatever the subject is, right? I start off. I used to pass the idea like I'll just do something. I'll come up with something. The first person I always go to is mom, wife, right? But it got to a point, and I passed it to Mario. But then it got to a point where I was just doing so much, and I feel like I was more bothering them. So. And then I just went with whatever feels right. Then you have those that I know for a fact it's not right.
Yeah.
So I send it to them for some laughs, and then we just move forward from that.
We would have been canceled.
Actually, I think there's one with Ron with long hair out there that looks pretty good. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
What about the one you being a doctor?
Yeah, there's that one.
So yeah, so a lot of them don't make it, and for that reason. But I still have them because it's good memories. So.
And then my next question is, out of all 4 of you guys, who would you say is like the dad of the group, kind of keeping everybody in check?
Let me answer that. I don't think we have that. I know that you guys actually look and see him, the pastor, but I don't get the pastor when we do this.
Yes, I agree.
I really don't. We all have that. There's no I don't. Yeah. I go in all actuality. I go to others for issues rather than Mario. So it's all different.
And there's been times that we all have taken the lead in something.
Yeah.
There's been times that Ron like, hey guys, we got to do this, and there's been times Christian's like, hey, we got to do. At some point somebody will take a lead in certain areas. So.
Good answer.
But I am their daddy.
He's just got real weird.
Fast.
Deep down inside, they know who the daddy is.
The spiritual daddy.
Pause that.
Nope.
Come on, guys.
Big Daddy.
feet.
We got more kids.
And what does he do?
Oh, here we go.
First, Jimmy, how many kids you got?
Wow, the last 10 questions have been Jimmy's kids.
Third question, Jimmy's child.
I'm not Jimmy's daughter, I'm his son. Yeah, Giovanni Figueroa, and I have a general question for all of you. What is one moment you wish you put in the podcast or you could share right now that you didn't actually say but you had a conversation about and you thought was funny or, pretty serious?
Oh, that's a good one.
I got one real quick, because that's always been in my spirit. That's a good question too, Gio. So our first drop on our podcast was October 8th. It was our first official, not drop, I'm sorry. That's when we recorded our first episode. It was our first episode, so we had to do some editing on that one. And unfortunately, what was edited was me dedicating that podcast to my dad, because that was his birthday. So that had to be edited to fit the rest of the podcast. But so for me, it's just the remembrance of how special that. And that was a coincidence that we ended up recording on my dad's birthday. So for me, that's that one.
It's a great question, and I can't pinpoint, but I think every single time we hear back the episode, we're like, man, that could have gone so many different ways. It could have gone. So there's always so much we could have said. Every topic we touch on, we can stay on it for a long time. And then we hear people say, oh, I thought you guys were going to go here, you're going to go there. I'm like, there's so many ways, so much deeper we can go on every single topic. So it happens all the time. I can't tell you exactly what right now, but it happens every episode that I say, I could have said this, or we could have gone that route.
Yeah, I think this is more funny. I think that we should start press and record as soon as we step into wherever it is that we are, because there's so much in wives and kids now. There's so much like back and forth, like just laughing and funny and just kind of like having a good time that isn't played or that we don't record. That I think people would really enjoy too. But
and if you haven't heard our first episodes, go ahead and listen to them. Some of them sound terrible.
You'll have to control the volume.
But we kept it that way so people can see the process. To see it. Everybody goes up there and puts in a perfect, they paint a perfect picture. We wanted it to be like, all right, this is what it is. Whether it was feedback or it sounded low or it sounded too high. I remember in the car sometimes you hear Ron all low, and I'm like, what is he doing, man? What are you putting on a sexy voice for, man? And then Kristen would talk, or somebody would talk real loud, so you had to turn the volume down in the car. It was too much of a workout, but we worked through those things, but we kept it because we wanted people to see the process.
Welcome to the Thursday Night Storm.
Yeah.
You're now listening to the Thursday Night Storm.
The quiet storm.
That was a great question.
Question from another kiddo.
Not mine.
Another one here.
This is a question for everyone. What's your favorite holiday and why?
Halloween.
I like to dress up.
That sounds like a whole nother issue.
I forgot.
A whole nother issue.
I'm not cross-dressing, but I just like to dress up.
Oh, when you said dress up, that's what came to mind.
I'm not lying. I love Halloween.
You just dug your own grave.
He said, hey, knows the diva. I like to dress up.
You know what? I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, I love Halloween. What's your holiday, Christian? Let me guess.
Oh, please tell me.
Thanksgiving.
No.
No?
Christmas.
No. He has no emotions for that. Martin Luther King.
It's Christmas.
Christmas, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely Christmas. Something about the holiday.
Martin Luther King.
That's good, okay.
It's Christmas. You see, he got.
Mine's just New Year's. Mine's just New Year's. It's always been my dad's special event that he loves to go all out. And then I just kind of carried on, and we kind of do the same in our family. And I love to start the New Year's knowing that, I'm with my loved ones. So for me, it's just New Year's.
Awesome. Like my wife said in a previous episode, we don't really big on a day. So I don't have like, oh, this is my favorite holiday or anything like that. Just as long as we're together doing something, which we have in the recent years, we're not very traditional with things, but we've, I guess, developed some kind of tradition that we try to travel spontaneously, especially around the holiday times. I think last year we went to Kentucky, Cincinnati area. That was for Thanksgiving, right? Yeah, we've gone to Georgia, we've gone to different places, and like, it's just go. So it's usually around the holiday time, like Thanksgiving or Christmas, New Year's time.
We got a camping trip in the making.
Yeah.
Maybe not Ron.
Ron already said he's going.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
You said you're going, so you have
I'm
to.
not doing that.
He said he's going.
Hey, is anybody that listened
dress
out there,
up.
didn't Ron say he was going?
I'm with you.
Sorry.
I'm with you, Ron.
You can
No
dress up.
camping.
My people don't
go.
go camping, so.
I'm gonna get some. My people don't go camping.
Look, have Ron go glamping.
Sasquatch. I